Hi, this is Emma, and I'm going to be giving you my Civil War figure presentation. My person that I have is Nathan B. Forrest, Nathan Bedford Forrest, and this is my cover photo. It is some cotton fields because a certain period of his lifetime, he was a slave trader and made a lot of money off of cotton. And this is a picture of him. For my about section, he has had many different jobs over his lifetime, including businessman, planter, stagecoach company owner, slave trader, and he spent the majority of the Civil War as a private, a general, a lieutenant colonel, and yeah, he kept getting promoted despite having hardly any military training. He has hardly any education, it's nearly non existent, and he has spent most of his life in Tennessee. His hometown was Chapel Hill, and he died in Memphis. His birthday was July 13th, 1821. He's obviously male. The languages that he speaks is English, and his religious views is Christian. And his relationships is that he was married to a lady named Mary Ann Montgomery. And his family information, he actually has two children, Fanny Ann Forrest and William Montgomery Forrest. Fanny only lived till the age of 5, which is kind of sad. But yeah, I just have 1849 to 1854 in there because she didn't really live a long time. These are Nathan B. Forrest's friends. I have his two children, just because I thought I could include them. I have his wife, and I have John Bell Hood, who he fought with a lot during the Civil War. I have Leonidas Polk, who he also fought with. Leonidas Polk is actually somehow related to the former President Polk, which I found out while researching him, and we've studied the past presidents, so that was interesting. And he also fought with Simon Bolivar Buckner, and he would have known Jefferson Davis because obviously he is on the side of the Confederacy, and Jefferson Davis was the president. And this is his brother. So these are just random photos that are kind of important to his lifetime. This is a photo of when his daughter died. It's kind of just saying that she will forever be missed. This is a photo of his two children. This is a really cool photo I found of him fighting at the Battle of Fallen Timbers. I quoted him as the caption for that. I put it in quotation marks even though I made this presentation as if I was him because I was worried about citing purposes. So war means fighting, and fighting means killing. He was kind of a very violent person, and he's very controversial in history now. A lot of his statues in the South have been taken down. A park that was originally named for him is now Health Sciences Park. So that's kind of interesting. This is a picture... Okay. This is a picture of his childhood home in Chapel Hill. This is a picture of, like a drawing, of him standing by a horse. It looks like on a battlefield. And I mentioned that he was called the Wizard of the Saddle because he was really good on a horse in battle. This is an album of the Battle of Fort Pillow. This was one of his most known battles that he was in. He was kind of the leader of it. And a lot of people have criticized him in this battle, calling it a massacre. And this is really what he's most known for being in. So I have several pictures of this. I have a picture of him standing there with another one of his quotes, "Get there first with the most men." I have 3 different pictures of him and other soldiers and other people that were in the battle just fighting. Some of them are kind of violent, but I mean, that's kind of what he was. So yeah, I have a lot of different captions, and he was just very important in this battle. Now these are his posts. So June 10th, 1864 was the Battle of Bryce's Crossroads, and it was a stunning victory in all of the battles that he's been in. So he said, "This is one of my greatest battles fought yet. I was able to defeat the Union forces and claim valuable supplies and arms." So Jefferson Davis commented, "A job well done, Forrest." He's calling him by his last name. "You are a great help to our army." So I have him respond to most of the comments that I write, just because I think it makes the most sense. So he responds by saying, "Fighting the North and fighting for what I believe in is very important to me. I will do anything to help us win." Nathan was very passionate of fighting, and he really wanted to win this war. And at this time in the war, the North was kind of catching up, so the South was actually starting to get worried that they weren't going to win. This is my post of the Battle of Fort Pillow, and at that time the press had actually interviewed him, and they had asked him if it was a massacre or if it was a battle, and he and many people on his side often had to defend themselves, but often there's like many different things that they say. Like, there's always differences in the stories, so it's not really ever going to be known what exactly this battle was like. But in this caption, he claims, "I have not done anything wrong but fight for the things that I believe in and win this battle. The fort's occupants resisted and fought against us. This was no massacre." So I have Jefferson Davis comment again, kind of congratulating him. And I have Leonidas Polk, who commented. Leonidas Polk was kind of important to this battle because he wrote a report to him, because Leonidas was kind of his superior, and he wrote a lot of very violent and what I'd consider kind of mean comments about it. And yeah, and he often would just change the story of what happened. So I definitely think that he kind of lied about what happened. So this is the Battle of Oklahoma. I cannot say this battle. February 22nd, 1864. So this is after he requested a new assignment and he was promoted. So he's now a major general. And this was a really good time because he successfully defeated Union forces, and they were troops much greater than his size, so that's really impressive. And he feels just really happy at this battle. And his brother comments, "I'm so proud of you, brother," and he replies by saying, "Thank you, Jesse," just because, I don't know, I just wanted to do that. This is the Battle of Chickamauga. We actually covered this in our slideshows, and he was actually mentioned. So he actually kind of makes a lot of bad remarks about his superior, General Braxton Bragg, at this, because he claims that it's his fault for them losing this battle. So he says, "It is General Braxton Bragg's fault for the loss of our army at Chickamauga. I'm done being commanded by my untrustworthy superiors. I'm going off to better things by resigning from the Confederate Army." At this time, he kind of really wanted to resign. He was kind of done. He really didn't like General Bragg, and he openly, to just random people, kind of just threatened him. But Jefferson Davis actually promoted him because he realized that he didn't want him to resign because Forrest is a really great help to the Confederate side. So Jefferson Davis promoted him, and I actually just promoted him in this comment because I wanted to acknowledge that. So Jefferson Davis promotes him, and he feels happy about that, and he feels happy that hopefully he won't have to work with Bragg anymore. John Bell Hood comments, because he actually fought with him in this battle. He actually lost his leg, and they lost several of their men because it was a very bloody battle. He's just John Bell Hood's kind of just saying, hopefully we'll win next time, hopefully I'll recover soon. And Leonidas Polk just says that it was an honor fighting with you, because I think they're kind of close after fighting with each other a lot. This is the Battle of Shiloh, which we also covered. This is April 7th, 1862. Even though I got a shot to the back, I'm going to keep fighting this war against those Yankees. I'm assuming that's he's talking about the Northerners. I think that was a nickname at that time. I don't really know what it means. But his wife comments, keep fighting, Nathan. If you need to come home, I'll be there to take care of you. William and I miss you. She just said William and I because at that time his daughter had already died, unfortunately. But he actually has to come home for a few months, and he actually gets to see his family because he got a shot to the back, he needed time to recover before he could go back and fight. And Jefferson Davis commented again, just because it's easy for me to make comments with Jefferson Davis because I feel like they were really good associates. So yeah, that was my presentation. I hope that you liked it. I had fun making this and fun researching him. Bye!